You're listening to Independent News, a diversified media enterprises production. I'm Doug Cunningham.
We saw our volunteerism rate. They just said they want to win.
Win. You're listening to WIN, Workers Independent News, a diversified media enterprises production. I'm Doug Cunningham.
We saw our volunteerism rates go through the roof. People were energized. They just said, we want to win, and we want to win big. And that's what we did. We had a huge, huge victory here.
New Jersey AFL-CIO President Charles Wilcanik talking about the remarkable high-energy organized labor political machine that put a more pro-labor government in place in New Jersey from the governor's office on down.
It was a real big night for the labor movement here in New Jersey. We won the governor's race. We picked up a Senate seat. We picked up 2 assembly seats. We also ran 58 union members, rank and file union members that work every day for political offices all across the state. And we have 45 winners. We were out every weekend, every night, and of all the other constituency groups within the Democratic Party, there's no question about it when you talk to Murphy and his campaign. It was the labor movement that was the #1 machine, so we're pretty happy.
Wilcanik says GOP Governor Chris Christie will go down as the worst governor in New Jersey history. Voters were highly motivated against Christie and his GOP. Wilcanik believes we'll see a similar energized labor and Democratic campaign in the midterms against Trump and his party in 2018.
The indications are there. I mean, you saw Virginia, you saw all across the country, New York, where there were mayor's races. I mean, the Democrats really did very well. So I think that's a telltale sign that if Trump and company doesn't get their act in order, that they're going to pay a big price for this.
On Veterans Day, the Union Veterans Council wants you to know that among the rights veterans have fought and died for are collective bargaining labor rights. Here are some pro-union veterans speaking in excerpts from a Union Veterans Council video.
Sam Phipps. Served in the United States Army as an infantryman, fought in Afghanistan in 2011-2012. Now I'm a proud union member of 562. Getting into Local 562 is it's given me a chance at a good life. Being able to support not only myself, but more importantly, my family.
Sabrina Harris, U.S. Army, Biological Chemical Warfare, a proud member of AFG Local 96. The union has given me stability in my life.
Jason Barker, United States Army, served in Iraq, now a member of IFF Local 73, St. Louis Firefighters. Being a firefighter and a union member, you'll experience the same brotherhood as you do in the military.
Joe Clarkson, I'm a member of AFGE Local 96. I served in Iraq, in Kosovo, in the U.S. Army Reserve. To me, the union means brotherhood, and when I think of the brotherhood, I think of the phrase on the Union Hall wall that says, united we bargain, divided we beg.
WIN is America's multimedia news voice for workers. Support WIN's worker news mission at workersindependentnews.com. You've been listening to WIN, Workers Independent News. For more information, visit workersindependentnews.com.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
I don't want to abolish government. I simply want to reduce it to the size where I can drag it into the bathroom and drown in the bathtub.
You bet I cut the taxes at the top.
How dare you? How dare you? Go ahead, make my day.
The Rick Smith Show starts now.
And welcome, brothers, sisters, working class heroes. This is the Rick Smith Show. Thanks so much for being here today on the big program. Lots to get to, lots to talk about. Roy Moore. Yes, Roy. Oh, Roy. Roy. How about no more? How about we do that? No more. The quote of the day from the evangelical right-wing crazy judge. I dated a lot of young ladies. Yes, young ladies are one thing. 14-year-old girls, something completely different. He was out on the fake news Hannity show saying that, well, there's evidence of collusion here, and our team is investigating those women. You go, I don't really know that you... Maybe it's me, but I don't really know that that's the line you want to... We're going to investigate them. We're going to tear them down. I don't know that really that's the message. But what's interesting is he claimed he didn't remember dating any girls without the permission of their mother. Here's the thing. And I know it's Alabama. I get it. 32-year-old man come knocking on my door, asking my wife for permission to date my teenage daughter. There wouldn't be any words coming out of my wife's mouth because my foot would be planted firmly in the behind of the 32-year-old man as he shoots off of our porch. I cannot imagine that kind of statement. Now, he says there was no inappropriate behavior. And again, it comes back down to this belief. You know, their mindset is clearly Joseph was an old man. Mary was a virgin teenager. Perfectly okay. And they use biblical this and that. In fact, Moore's brother actually, it's amazing, actually compared Roy Moore to Jesus Christ himself. And I'm going, really? I mean, isn't that, I don't know. Isn't that kind of, against one of the rules? Isn't that something we should probably, think twice about saying, making a comparison? Just kind of a thought. Now, the part that caught me, and there was a lot of stuff in the Hannity Roy Moore discussion. I shouldn't say it was a discussion. It was more Roy Moore defending himself and saying it's not true and I did nothing wrong, and Hannity going, boo. I'm sorry, that was wrong. He said, and this was the part that caught me. He said he dated a lot of the young ladies. I said he returned from the military, lots of young ladies. Even though at the time in question he was, an assistant district attorney there in Alabama. The part that caught me though is he said that not generally did he date 16 and 17-year-olds. Not generally. Not generally. Maybe it's just me and I'm stuck up on words and I'm kind of stuck on the meaning of words. Not generally. It's not a phrase that I would use. If someone had accused me as a 32-year-old man of hitting on a 14-year-old girl, it'd be, hell no. It would be not generally. I don't know that not generally is the response that I would use, but it's one that the good judge decided was probably the best to use. So, I look at this, and again, it's, one of these moments where you go, boy, we're, remember that whole MAGA thing? Make America great again. There's, I guess, a new MAGA. We're going to make adolescent groping acceptable. Because this is what's coming. And if you look at the voices on the right wing, you had Hannity. Oh, it's a he, she said thing. And consensual. You go, what? Again, I don't necessarily know the laws of Alabama, but I know where I've lived, Ohio, Pennsylvania. A 14-year-old doesn't really have the consent, the ability to consent with a 32-year-old man. Just kind of saying. You even had, Ann Coulter, who said, and again, I find it interesting that she used the word creepy. just in a weird kind of creepy way. She said, we might find that a little creepy today, but that was nearly 50 years ago. No, what's creepy is that you're defending something that happened. And then, of course, there's the auditor of Alabama, Jim Ziegler. Mary was a teenager and Joseph was an adult carpenter. And they became parents of Jesus. And there's nothing illegal or immoral here. And it's just kind of one of these, these head slap moments going, really? Really? I mean, I got to be honest. I grew up in the Catholic Church. Not even the Catholics are coming with you on this one. Not even the Catholic priests, not coming with you on this one. Now, Roy Moore's justification evidently sent out a fundraising email. I got a couple of them. Basically saying that this is the Obama Clinton, this is the attack machine, this is the liberal media lapdogs coming after us because we're righteous and all that nonsense. And the thing that gets me is I got a bunch of emails from people going, well, how do you know? Well, look, look at the rigid ideological positioning, and more importantly, look at the fact that Trump, McConnell, a lot of the senators, a lot of the establishment are arm's length because they don't even know. And that I think is telling on so many levels. And the biggest part, to me, the one that just goes, somebody knows something but not saying, is the National Republican Senatorial Committee. They dropped more with a joint fundraising agreement. Evidently, they filed the paperwork today with the FEC. Not happening. Now, evidently, they're still doing some fundraising with the state party. That will benefit more in the long run, but they're dropping their direct link to him. People in the party are running, except the people in Alabama who, wow, what do you mean? Nothing wrong with that. So I got to be honest, find it rather bizarre, rather creepy, rather strange. And I'd love to hear what you think. Is there smoke here? The fact that 4 different people in 4 different environments, 4 different, stories telling almost the exact same thing. They were 16, 17, 18 years old. And this creepy guy, was hitting on the young girls. Kind of got to wonder. And you got to wonder what's in the closet. What made him turn to this religious zealot? Very, very strange. Going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk with our good friend Chris Stroop, writer, ex-evangelical, and the founder of Empty the Pews and You Don't Know Evangelicals. He's going to help us walk through some of this. Quick break. Right back. Stick around.